PKN 293. How's your quarantine going, boys?
I had to go
Dude,
to
the reality
hospital
of
today.
no hair. What? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Not for him.
It was a fucking war zone.
Tell me more.
Kitty's medications, I guess
Oh,
the
not for
pharmacy
you.
that she uses, I had to go to a hospital to pick these things up. She's got like all sorts of prescriptions. And I don't know why I had to go to a hospital, but I did.
Mhm.
She made that clear. She's like, it's this place. I'd never been there before. I didn't know what it was. It was some sort of Kaiser Permanente fucking hospital. Anyway, I pull into the fucking parking lot of this place and I realize I should have brought a mask. I should have brought a gown, some goggles.
Hazmat
Gloves.
suit from Breaking Bad.
Maybe
That would help. Yeah.
everybody else is like fully equipped. And I find
Your
parking
shorts.
and
Yeah.
I'm in flip flops. I literally am.
Hopefully you burned those when you got home.
I go to walk into this place. You can't just walk in. A nurse in like goggles and a mask goes, "Hi, how can I help you?" I'm like, going to the pharmacy inside. She's like, "Do you have your Kaiser Permanente number?" And I'm like, 2222222, whatever. She's like, "Have you been anywhere near any COVID-19 patients? Have you been exposed?" And I'm like, "No, I've been locked down for like a month now. I'm not happy to be here." She's like, "Me either."
You know what would have been funny is if we were like, no, I've been locked down for 6 months. On the just in case.
She's like, follow the yellow brick road into the inside. And another person picks me up and he's like, "You have your number?" And I give him the number and he's like, "All right, stay on the tape." And it's just like, I'm on the tape and there's somebody in front of me on tape and there's somebody behind me on tape, to make sure we're 6 feet away from one another. Everybody has a mask but me. Everybody has a mask but me.
Are you going like this?
I'm wearing
that'll
my
work.
glasses.
You got a Bane respirator? We're like, what's your number?
Oh, I bet you'd like to know.
Taylor's
Like-
idea is to touch his mouth, nose, and eyes at the same time.
It's like, I'm back sick. You know why?
I get in this room and there's literally 10 pharmacists filling prescriptions. And it was really quick and everything. I didn't have to touch much. I had to touch the bag that they gave me full of pills and inhalers and shit. And then when I paid for it, I had to like press a button and I used my knuckle. And then the whole way home, looking at that knuckle, like, "You got it, don't you? You got the corona. You got the corona." I'm just like, and
What else
so
could you have used? Maybe your elbow? Like, I don't know what's...
there was
Stick it
nothing.
out the window and hope it blows
Your
away.
foot, the toe of your shoe?
My tongue. I thought about using my tongue because that would be
That would-
safe.
I'm not sure that's how that works.
So I took her pills, got home, and I immediately scrubbed down. I took everything out of my pockets that I touched, my keys, my wallet, my phone, and I scrubbed it down with alcohol. And then I bathed very, very well. And then I was
Good.
still just like, "Is it on me? Is it in me?"
You sound totally fine today, but it was just a couple days ago in our group chat. You were like, "Well, I woke up coughing and sneezing and a little bit of wheezing," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, Kyle's got the Rona," and now you sound totally fine.
Yeah, it's definitely allergies. Like because I hadn't been outside in so long that like I had gone outside and like walked around and just seen the world. And my car was yellow from the pollen that I had. I didn't know had even been a thing. I think it was just pollen.
And not only did you not go outside, you didn't even chance a glance outside.
No, I hadn't. Like I don't even look outside. Like all my windows are shuttered up.
I
Like,
could tell you how long I've been quarantining, but I need to open Tarkov to see the date I installed it. It's something like 47 days ago I started quarantining.
Been a while.
So you guys were first adopters of the quarantine.
Early adopters, yeah.
early
yeah.
adopters.
I was
soon as it
born
was
to the
like-
quarantine.
As soon as the
merely
government
adopted it. I was molded by the quarantine.
You know how many hours I have in Tarkov?
Yeah. As soon as the government was like, it might be good to minimize outside contact, you guys are like, "I'm not one to break the rules." Looks like it's Postmates and delivery for me.
Problem.
We're all
Yeah.
getting it. I keep looking this up because Kyle
Yeah.
said I was crazy, and I don't know if I'm crazy. Well, I don't know if this is one of the indicators that I'm crazy. And I keep finding my confirmation bias that I'm seeking. That they said it would take 200 cases in America, 200, for it to virtually guarantee that it's going to spread, and that we'll have an annual cold, flu, and COVID-19 season, and that it will take something like 12 to 18 months to come up with a vaccine for it, and it'll just be part of the annual flu shot in the same way that I think SARS is now.
So you figure 300 to 400,000 of us are going to die.
I don't know if that's the number. I'm hearing 88,000, but yeah. And what is the flu number? 30,000? Something like
Yeah,
that?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So this will become the new normal for a year or two.
Well, that's
and it'll
not
be-
going to happen. So don't worry.
How do you know?
Because it's absurd.
How do
It's
you know?
absurd that when the-
It's absurd, virologist Kyle.
It's
Like,
it's
you're
absurd
like,
what
I
you're
just
saying.
choose
You're like, yeah,
no.
everybody gets it, just like last flu and the flu before that. And I'm just like, well, I've never gotten any of those flus. I don't know anyone who's ever gotten one of those flus. Oh, no, we all get them.
No,
I've
the
had
flu?
the rhino flu and the pig flu and the bird flu. I've had the eel flu.
SARS is the only one that was like not deadly enough to keep spreading like that. Is SARS and H1N1 the same thing? I don't know my flus that well, but I've been reading
No,
about
they're
this.
different.
Are they? I forget the other name for SARS. But yeah,
Is it
apparently
severe acute respiratory syndrome? Is that just what that's SARS is like an umbrella, right? And like,
You know,
it's
it
like this
sounds-
is technically a version of SARS. Like,
these are statistics, not facts, Taylor.
I only know enough to get it wrong. So
Yeah, there's just no way that we're all going to get it.
But this
But
is
it's
all
not.
based on your intuition.
Well, this is all based on like common sense, frankly, because
okay,
because
tell
like,
me more.
well, there's going to be a vaccine within a year and a half, and there are pharmaceutical treatments that seem to be very promising right now for stomping it out. And also, everyone's quarantining, so I'm not going to come into contact with anybody who has it. I'm not going to get it. You're probably
See,
not going to get it. You might get it.
we-
I hope you get it.
No,
I probably will get it, ironically, but like you're saying, everybody's quarantined. No, they are not.
No,
people
that's not
are
true at
not
all.
taking this.
Oh no, I
had-
don't mean everybody. I mean me.
Oh yeah, you are. You're not going to get it most likely. Like you're even shutting down delivery and stuff to be extra safe at this point.
Yeah, I'm cooking.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you're going to be fine. I'll probably get it. Woody will probably be fine. Like, were you just talking about everybody in America getting it? Because
Like some
everybody doesn't need to
overwhelming
get it. Yeah,
percentage.
there just
It's
needs to
something
be a
like
percentage
more
for
than
herd
90
immunity.
something
So
more than
than
90%.
90% of nearly 8 billion people are going to get it.
Well, I don't. Once you get into like Africa and such, I don't know how densely populated are they. There are people in Brazil but of all these populated places, you know, the mainstream China, South Korea, America, etc. Yeah, it will go through the population, and much like the flu, apparently, these, I forget what it is, single RNA strains of these viruses. It looks like people have a hard time developing immunities to it. You know, in the same way that you get the flu or the cold every year, possibly, you could get this every year. And it's not super deadly, but it's super transmittable, and it will be normal.
Yeah, I mean, I
No.
could see it being a new seasonal flu, but I don't think everybody and there's no way to know when everybody's going to get it. India is self-reporting 2,000 cases and 3 deaths. Seriously, India?
I mean, let's
India,
look at California.
China
Let's
probably
look at California,
has
right?
millions right now, and we don't know. You can probably quadruple, septuple the number of people we have in our country that we've confirmed with it to get the
40
real number.
40 million people in California, right?
Okay.
The Chinese New Year just happened, whatever, the Lunar New Year, whatever. 3 billion trips occurred during the Chinese lunar celebration or whatever. 3 billion trips that the Chinese make. There's a huge influx into China from America and then back into San Francisco
Mhm.
and Los Angeles. And yet, out of the 40 million Californians, the number is incredibly low. Incredibly low.
That's true, but like a lot of people are walking around out there who have no idea and are just transmitting it. And people who got it as the flu a while back and thought it was the flu and then just kept going about their daily lives. You know,
Some people get it and didn't know they have it. Like I keep seeing these professional athletes who are like, I was COVID-19 and I was going to play that night. I was fine. I had no idea I was symptomatic. A lot of the people that we see that test positive because they're rich and famous had no symptoms. You know, Tom Hanks was fine. That guy
you're
from the
already-
Utah Jazz, something like half of the Utah Jazz tested positive. It was like outrageous. They were all fine.
Yeah, if you're an athlete, you're probably going to be okay. And it seems like you're going to be mostly
But
okay.
I see them like with trucks full of bodies in New York.
I don't know anything.
Well, they don't
yeah,
have enough.
Have you seen the trucks full of bodies in New York?
I haven't. Is that a real thing? I don't know.
Yeah, it's trucks full of
Well,
bodies.
it's because like cities don't prepare to have to cremate thousands of people like all at once. You
Now,
know,
there's a business idea. This has to be a way to profit off this pandemic.
You bring them, we burn them.
Yeah, you guys have seen my vlogs with the boxes out back. I could start a little crematorium in the fire pit.
yeah, but it's not like cremating rolls of paper towels. You can't just light a body on fire and be like,
You haven't.
well,
Got
it'll be gone in the morning.
I
This
got
is
a
kind of like
fire
a video
pit.
game, huh?
I got a flamethrower, and I got wood. Just saying, I could do that. If I learned
Jackie's
anything
like,
from
it's
Game
really
of Thrones,
smelling back
And
there.
you're gonna have just like it's gonna smell like a pork barbecue. It's gonna smell like a luau back there, and you're just gonna have a bunch of femur bones, wondering what to do with them.
you know, she'll
Just
complain
turning
until
a
she hears
COVID
that we
patient
charge
on a
$2,500 a cremation. Like,
Yeah,
how
let's
would
put an
you?
apple in his mouth just for the aesthetic.
Yeah. You know that makes me feel less bad about what we're doing.
When I heard that they were charging something like $1,500 a night to house the people who couldn't cross the border from Mexico, I say 1,000, I meant 100. Anyway, $1,500 a night. I was like, dude, we should take some in. Like, we've got some extra rooms. We got the guest house. I could make like another $4,500 a night just putting 3 Mexicans in the guest house.
senor, I've seen your guest house.
It's fine.
thank you.
It's nice. It's
No bueno.
nice. Oh,
I
Before
don't
you know it,
Senor,
you're going to be
jeez.
the one living in the guest house when they storm the patio. And want everything
it's a
and throw
massive
you-
upgrade over the cages they were being stored in.
Please, let me just
I
stay in the
apologize, Trump supporters, to the kennels they were being stored in prior to my
Being a
guest
kennel.
house.
Criminals that have been there for decades.
Yeah. So, and if we could bring in $4,500 a day, shucks, house them, bring them in. And that's how I feel about cremation services. I'm
You
gonna
want
fire
an
up.
illegal immigrant? No, a troop of them to come and live in your home and just be like, yeah, this is tight.
Hey, $4,500.
Hope stay inside. I swear to God, if you Dad's found a very lucrative thing here. And you just- as far as they know, as far as Paco, Pablo, and Antonio know, this is just my house. So you guys
like,
need
they've
to
got
stay
a
in the
pinata.
northern wing.
I'm going to hang out with them. No.
No.
Colin, no one's using the other bunk bed. Quit your bitching.
Well, I want the bottom.
You feed them like raccoons, where you just go and you bag the Taco Bell out, and then they scurry slowly out. And
This
go
is a
seize
money
their-
making idea, and I don't see why you guys are pushing back.
Perfect. You know what?
Genius.
It's content.
Taylor's
Guys, it's day
thinking-
5.
Yeah. We'll see. I keep looking this up. Like, what's the end game in COVID here? And I think the end game is, we just get a little less susceptible to it the second time around,
Yeah.
but not
That's how it goes.
Not-
you
not-
get the immunity.
not completely immune. Like, I don't know what separates COVID-19 from like chickenpox, where you get it once and you're really kind of good for life. But apparently they're different, and COVID-19 is something that's not so bad the next time around.
Yeah. Well, hopefully none of us get it, and it peters out faster than you think. But like,
I hear you. I don't think that's even. Look,
Okay.
I hate to spread misinformation. I hate people who do, but I keep finding my confirmation bias confirmed, and I think the hope is that we all get it lightly, that we get it.
Yeah.
It's not we're one of those people that don't really super suffer from it. And next
Under
time
God
around, it's
King
nothing.
Trump, I fully expect not to get it.
Under what?
God
God
King
King Trump.
Trump. Yeah.
Trump. Yeah,
Yes.
he's
He's got this thing on lockdown.
I mean, like, not really though. Like, he's encouraging lockdown, but it's like, what is it? Constitutionally, you can't just be like, everybody stay in your homes. Like,
I think you should all come out by Easter because that date is beautiful.
That was an aspiration, Woody. An aspiration. Okay.
he was just saying shit.
He
He
thinks 15 minutes ahead. He will lie knowing that lie gets exposed tomorrow because it helps him right now.
I think he said it because his chief concern was the market, and he was trying to make it not like if he would have said everybody's staying in till June 1st, like initially, like 3 weeks ago, people would have it would have been a total meltdown. But he picked a date that seemed realistic for people who didn't fully understand how important this was, and now he's going to pick another date, and then he's going to pick another one. And if I had to place a wager on when it's like all right, quarantine's kind of over, everybody come back out, I'm going to say June 1st. June 1st.
Okay.
As long as there's no
that might
baseball
be
this
early.
year, I'll be happy.
As long as there's no baseball at all.
None.
Longest. What if they played for no crowds? That won't do it, right? You want them to not play.
I prefer they just didn't play.
If no one else wins the pennant, then that's okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I mean, just into all sports, really. I mean, it looks like, Khabib ran to Russia so that he wouldn't have to fight against the
how
boogeyman.
dare you? That is not what
He
happened.
fled to Russia.
Let me explain what actually
Woody's
happened.
champion. Woody's gonna have to explain why his champion went and ran away to another country.
Here's what happened.
He'll have to.
He was training in California, and California put a lockdown on, which would prevent him from training. He called Dana White and said, "What's the scoop here?" And hey, this is my story. I'll tell it the way I want to. And they said, "You're going to be fighting in Abu Dhabi. This thing's not going to happen in America. The commissions are locking it down and stuff. You're going to Abu Dhabi where there apparently are no rules." He said, "Cool. I'll finish my training camp in Russia, and we'll do that." Well, apparently everything fell apart from there, that they're not going to hold the fight out of country, and he can get out of Russia, but he can't get into America, and that's his current status.
Yeah, he ran away to Russia. He ran away to Russia. The problem had nothing to do with how many people could be in a gathering, because he was the only one, literally the only person who was being allowed to train at his gym, because, he's the world champion and he's super famous.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have just stayed and trained, but he ran away to his home country, to his daddy's house. He went to his daddy's house. Hide out. That's literally what he did.
You know what I hope doesn't happen?
He ran to his daddy's house.
That's not
the man
true.
doesn't own a home.
I
Where's he at? He's at his daddy's house.
hope that Tony Ferguson doesn't fight Gaethje, get his ass knocked out, and ruin this fight we've been looking forward to for 5
No, that's not
years.
what's going to happen. Tony Ferguson is going to fight Gaethje, going to beat Gaethje.
Good.
They're going to strip Khabib. Connor's going to come in, beat Tony. Khabib's going to be like, "Oh no, well let me fight him." And Connor's going to be like, "Nah, I don't think I will."
And then they're going to strip Connor again. Or Khabib
No, Connor will
comes
go
back
fight somebody else. He'll
and
go beat up
beats
Michael
the
Johnson.
fuck out
or
of
something.
Connor like the paper champion he always has been.
Connor put up the best fight that anyone has ever
Oh
done
my
against
God. Connor tapped out. That Khabib beat his ass.
Everybody has tapped out. I mean, a loss is a loss, but Connor won a round. Nobody else ever done that.
I can't believe you're so proud that Connor won one round.
I can't believe that you dispute that you have a problem like giving him props for the fact that he's literally the only person who's ever won a round against the man.
He lost the other 4 rounds and in the 5th tapped out.
Only person to ever won a round.
Has nobody else really ever won a round against Khabib?
Literally has never won a round against
Okay,
Khabib.
well then
Connor's
that's
the
pretty
only one.
impressive.
Yeah.
It's like if Mike Tyson had knocked every single person out in the first round, and then Joe Blow gets in there and gets the shit kicked out of him in round 2. People are like, "Oh, Joe Blow over here looking promising," as he's being stretchered off with an eye falling out
That
of
is
his
exactly
socket.
what it's like, yes.
Yeah. And so it's in no way comparing them and saying it's, if anything, it's almost a testament to how good Khabib is. It sounds.
I accept
You know.
your analysis. Yeah.
Yeah, this is expert analysis.
Yeah, he had to run back home to his
I'm a
daddy.
UFC
So that
centrist.
he probably had to secretly funnel some money to one of his terrorist connections. It's going to come out that Khabib is literally a terrorist. We're going to see him in one of those ISIS videos, and Woody's going to be like, "Well,
They're freedom fighters, Kyle.
they do their terror in Pakistan. Khabib didn't blow up anything in the United States. That military base doesn't count."
Now, the fact that Khabib used a sword there doesn't mean he needed it. He could have taken him out without the sword.
We're gonna like see him in one of his videos cutting the people's throats like one after another, and Woody's just gonna be like, "Look at the technique."
Is
Connor
that a
could not handle that saber that Khabib has. There.
Now you're making sense. That sounds
the
true.
IRA versus the Chechens. Who's going to win? My money is on the Chechens because there's probably more of them, right? I don't know.
Well, he's not Chechen.
I don't know what he is. He wears this silly ass hat and he fights people in a ring, and he played with a bear when he was little. People really overstate that.
I hear he's gay.
They really overstate the bear training part of it. They're like,
I see it. Yeah.
He's wrestled a bear when he was 3. Yeah, I don't know. I played with rabbits. It didn't really determine who I grew up
The count of his
into.
wife is
Yeah,
much
but
more
you didn't-
relevant.
Yeah. you like wrestled a bear when he's 3. Yeah, but you made it sound like that was a full-grown bear. And that is a very little bear. That's probably a 4.
I haven't seen Khabib do anything to help out with the coronavirus. Hasn't donated any money. Hasn't donated any of his time. All I've seen him do is run and hide.
He's just afraid
I'm
of the
not sure,
coronavirus. Yeah,
He's afraid of Tony Ferguson.
He's not.
He's
I mean,
terrified.
I'm sure Khabib still wants
For
to fight.
people
Right?
wondering if Kyle's
Inshallah.
telling the truth, he's really not. They were supposed to
I
hold
mean,
the fight out
all
of
you
the
have to do is
country.
like look on the internet and you'll see.
All you have to do is look on the internet. Dude, that's going to be my new favorite thing. When people are like, where are you getting that? Just look on the internet, idiot.
Look into it, Joe. Look into it.
KyleThoughts.wordpress.biz.
KyleThoughts.org. You'll see. Khabib is a coward. Everyone knows he's a coward. He's fleeing from Tony Ferguson.
People are saying he's a coward.
Very smart people are saying he's a coward.
Beautiful people.
I would love the look of like a 2001 Kyle's blog website where like the cursor is still animated and it's this really upsetting, inducing of seizures.
Autoplay some
gifs
music
in the back. Yeah, it autoplays. It autoplays.
Little
Linkin
Maroon
Park.
5. Maroon 5 when you come onto my MySpace
You've got a
page
friend
where
in
you
me
learn
from
all
Toy
about
Story.
this. Look, if you want the facts, then just come to me. The man is literally a coward. He's hiding in a foreign country from Tony Ferguson. And watch, he'll keep hiding until Ramadan comes. And then, oh no, I can't eat for the next 3 months. So the fight won't be then. And then it'll end. And they'll be like, oh, well, I would need at least 2 more months of a training camp. And it'll be next February. And Woody will be like, no, don't strip him. He's a real champion. Meanwhile, like Connor takes a break and he's like, take it away. He hit an old man. He cheats on his girlfriend.
Connor went years without defending his belt.
He had to go fight the greatest boxer of all time and win 2 or 3
Mayweather,
rounds.
and then he fought Nick Diaz twice, and I think that's what the several years span was. What was I going to say?
I think both of your guys, lean, slippery men of choice, are both cute. Both good at what they do.
I am going to reuse that phrase again. I like it a lot. Yeah, I really do hope that Kyle's future doesn't play out. I hope that this thing doesn't get delayed into Ramadan, which is June. Does anyone know when that is?
So it sneaks up on me every.
When did they stop blowing stuff up and take a break?
No, they don't stop blowing things up in Ramadan. They double down.
Right?
Blowing things up hungry, my friend.
I
swear, if I don't get something to eat, I'm going to freak out.
Yeah, if it does creep into Ramadan, then
April 23rd starts.
April
May 23rd. Yeah. Maybe
April
it changes
to May.
every year. I don't know.
Says April to May. Yeah, April 23rd to May 23rd. Yeah. See, he's calculated this just right so that he can just be a coward and hide at his daddy's house. Which
that
is where
would
he
suck
is right
to
now.
be on a diet leading all the way up to an April 18th fight, then have 5 days to eat and then kick into your next diet.
And
I'm
the
sure
only
Allah
combat practice
understands.
he's getting is beating his wife for looking at the sun.
I mean, you should correct people when they look at the sun.
I mean, she's not allowed outside.
Oh, she's not allowed outside at all.
No,
Not
not without a male to escort her. Make sure that pussy isn't getting loose out in the world, and she's not being exposed to any Western culture.
The big reason I'm against that is
You're trying to fuck his wife.
all the
It makes it difficult.
Exactly.
We don't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, she could be hot. She could be she could be a man under there, an absolute goblin. Nobody knows.
You don't know what's under there.
Imagine if you had to accompany
No one
your
knows what she
girlfriend or
looks
wife.
like. He keeps her under a towel.
I'm gonna look it up and see if I know. Khabib wife.
Nurma.
And you are
Nurma.
Is it
Oh, there are pictures of her,
Nurmagomedov.
actually.
Nurmagomedov.
Usually Russian names are pretty easy to spell because they're phonetic.
You want to see what she looks like?
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah.
And you like risque ankle shots, maybe a knuckle pick.
I'm trying to. In a second, I'll share it with the who have.
What is she? What's she doing? Sinning all over my screen like this right now.
Does he know that we can see this?
Oh, she is. I'm gonna tweet at him. Does he have Twitter?
This is him with Russian TV presenter Olga Buzova.
Oh, is he married to Olga Buzova?
Yeah, that I want
Nope.
to see.
Unfortunately, no.
All right, Kyle might be right here. What is
She
the
could
name
look like
of his wife?
that woman from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh,
when he's
look,
trying to knock
Kyle's
the blind guy
right.
up.
But if you Google his wife, this comes up in the Google image search. Fact check on the fly. Kyle, fact check me. Let it be known.
I just read the article you sent me.
No, that's not how I choose to remember this.
You've been
I have no
checked.
problem with fact checking. I'm not afraid of the fact checking police. Here is. Oh, I found a picture of her.
I think but I want to see her with hair. Are you
here
on
you go.
Pinterest with your picture?
There you
Found
go.
this on Amazon. Like, to
Okay,
hefty bags.
he found one where she's covered in
That's
bed sheets.
actually her.
Yeah. All right,
Did he actually comment that? Your wife is a towel mate.
Yes.
That's hilarious. I am a much bigger fan of Connor knowing that he's trolling on Twitter. That's great.
Oh yeah.
Just being a dickhead. just being me. You know what's funny is that like the fact that that Khabib is white, that outranks any of the Muslim thing. Like if he were like a brown Muslim and he pulled that, fucking Connor would have got blasted by media people and everything. But they're like, oh, he said, oh no, it's a white guy. That's some white guy who lives in Russia. Oh, say whatever you want. Say anything. You're good. Keep being funny, man. And look at his fucking. His hair's not doing him any favors.
Dude.
Khabib should go full bald. That'd be intense looking.
If you Google Khabib Nurmagomedov's wife, that TV presenter pic shows up in like a half a dozen pictures. She's there again and again, and it like.
I mean, that might be her, or it might be you. Who knows?
You'll never know. There is one pic. I didn't link it to you. That seems to be a different person, and they say is his wife, but
The one on Pinterest.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
there's something goofy going on with the pixels in the middle of this. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to show it to you. Here, this one.
I just gotta hate that hat.
But
That's such a silly.
you're right. It's like cut off at the neck or something. It's like that doesn't. That can't mean anything. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's kept her under wraps. One might
Literally.
say. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, literally.
That's
Literally.
what I was trying for that. Yeah. So yeah, well, that's coming up.
Well, what a good guy.
In video gaming news, I haven't been out of the house for a while, and I was like, I really want to start, maybe streaming some Call of Duty, trying to figure out how to play it again.
Mhm.
And I've had this thing forever, this little controller that plugs in. And I can see Kyle cringing right now, being like, "Oh, you just learn WASD." Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll mix it up. But I played a little bit today trying to figure it out.
Mhm.
And I played last weekend with my brother. Somebody brought his Xbox when he was staying here. My other brother's in the hospital. And we were playing that. I played for a couple hours last weekend. Very not great at it, frankly. Like I think that might have been the first game of multiplayer COD I'd played since I very briefly played a little bit of COD 4 Remastered like 3 years ago, whenever that came out. And before that, it was fucking nothing for years. And
In
so
the last
I'm
8 years, you have like 15 hours, maybe.
I am frustratingly bad at Call of Duty now, because
Time
I
to hit
remember
Twitch?
being like, I was never that great, but I was good enough that I was serviceable on a team where it was like, okay, Taylor's not going to go tremendously negative or anything. He'll probably get a couple kill streaks or two. He always, after getting berated by Wings, I tended to play the objective. I stuck on that for a while. But now, like, I'm like overshooting and like having to do like that, like shooting up in the air like an idiot. I'm reinvesting, and I wanted to start with Warzone because Warzone looks so much fun. But everybody was saying,
No.
Kyle and Chiz were like, just don't do that. Don't jump into a battle royale game. And so I'm going to be playing like free for alls and TDMs and dominations for a while, so I can get more.
It's like I want to do a little
contact.
target practice this weekend, so I joined the Marines.
Yeah, see, that's
Wait.
And you guys convinced me. You don't oversell. I'm not playing Warzone for at least like a week or so until I feel like I kind of get it.
My advice has been consistent. Learn WASD. Start with AI. Go stream.
Doom Eternal.
I'm going to download that
I
overnight.
like that idea.
Sounds like fun.
I like that idea.
Doom Eternal requires quite a few controls. WASD is there, but you also use, you use all the keys. You use a lot of keys. There's a lot of combinations. Your Q and Shift and V. There's a lot of stuff going. R. You're using a lot of keys. The mouse is doing a few different things, 2 or 3 different things. You can watch me play a little bit after we do this. I'll show you just how insane it is. I can stream on Discord so you can watch. It's crazy town. It's
But there are
crazy
levels
town.
to that game. Kyle's playing on the hardest difficulty because Kyle is,
I'm not doing
he's
that.
an expert gamer.
Competent with WASD. But you can turn it down to easy mode.
Dude, stream Doom Eternal. That'll have you coming out capable of moving and aiming and shooting. And then when you think you're good, you'll start playing against other humans and learn otherwise. That was
It's really
That
cool.
was the path that I followed.
Do you download it from like battle.net? Is that one of those?
It's Steam.
Oh,
You need a Bethesda.net account technically, but all you have to do is like
I've
open
downloaded
the
it.
game, then go to Steam, and then go to offline mode, and then open the game again, and you're fine. like if you don't want to actually create your Bethesda.net account. But I have one and I'm always signed in. There's cool parts of it where it's like Mario Brothers, like dungeons where it has those spinning fireball arms, like, and you've got to like jump
That's cool.
through the arms onto walls, and like you've got limited. It's like a platformer. You know, you're jumping through obstacles to get to where you're going because you have a double jump and you have like a I don't know what to call it. It's like a boost. Yeah, that's what you call it. You have double jump and boost, and when you combine double jump and boost, you can really traverse crazy distances. And there are like bars that give you an extra like swing, so you end up flying through the air a lot to get to weird, hard to reach areas. I'm going through for my second playthrough right now and getting like every single hidden item and every single like
You really like
secret.
When did you beat it?
Oh, I beat it like
Thursday.
3 days after I bought it. Yeah.
Yeah, he had beaten it on our last show. He had just beaten it on our last
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
show.
It took me about 3 days to beat it.
Yeah, that's cool that you're doing this. I can see on Discord that you were playing it, but sometimes that's unreliable, you know.
Yeah, I do leave it open some, but I've been playing a good bit. I play several hours a day, probably. I'm just like replaying the old missions and making it harder on myself, and like getting all the secrets, because there's like weird secrets that I didn't have before. And you get to, when you go back and play like mission 1, if you do it on the same save, you get to bring all the stuff that you've acquired. So now mission 1,
Oh, it's like
just
Borderlands. Yeah.
you're just like, big boys do what they want.
That's a great reference.
Good callback. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I'm glad that you like it. I think Kyle's proving me wrong, but I sometimes look at games like Doom and Borderlands is another example, as expensive per hour. Like I played through Borderlands, and if people don't know, you play Borderlands and you do the same thing again, but at a harder difficulty, sort of. I did that, and then I was done with it. It's just expensive per hour compared to something like COD or Tarkov, where, oh my goodness, you get a lot of hours out of that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's still probably a little more expensive per. I haven't played the multiplayer yet. Doom does have multiplayer where one person plays as the Doom Slayer, the Doom guy, and then you've got like I think 2 players playing as demons, along with a bunch of AI demons. And in the future, they're going to have this invasion mode where like some poor asshole is just going to be playing through his campaign, and they're going to let you jump into his campaign as a demon and start fucking with him. So that'll be fun. Dark Souls has that. Have you ever seen the Dark Souls videos where Wings is playing through Dark Souls and he's just like, go ahead, invade, bring it, bitches. And then some people who are actually good at Dark Souls come in and just start pushing his shit in, and he just fucking pulls the cord out of the wall.
No, I haven't seen that, but I think
clip.
Wings is good at Dark Souls, isn't he?
He thinks he is. I think he's good at he's better at Dark Souls than us because we've never played.
But
That's
easy though.
My impression is that in a lot of games, Wings is like a top 5 or 10 percenter, but his self-analysis is that he's a top 1 percenter, and that he can go to a stream of 1,000 people and say, bring the noise, and not have anyone better than him.
Yeah.
And that's
not the case.
No.
We're all top 5% guys. I feel like we were all top 5% or whatever at Call of Duty. And that, it's not even that hard to do. You're playing all the time. You're playing essentially for a living. You should be top 5, top 4%, whatever. But I never disillusioned myself to the point where I wasn't aware that like, oh, there's guys who are top 1%.
Do you remember when he said
1%.
he was going to beat a bunch of top players? It was like, I forget who it was, but they were good players. Who was the guy? Fisticuffs might have been one of them. He said that he and his friends were going to whoop up on these guys, and then he backed out of it, and he got so much heat. As a friend, I took his spot, and I was like, I'll play him, bring it. And but I teamed up with a bunch of Optic guys, and they actually won one of the matches. We won 2 out of 3. I was, basically
Team Gamertag.
Yeah, Team Gamertag won. But the Optic guys, I would argue, won 4v5. And I was also there. And They won a game by abusing a certain tactic. Like they put tac inserts in a particular spot in domination, and even though the Optic guys were getting lots of kills, they just couldn't push map control when the other team kept respawning in a really advantageous place.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He always has this bizarre notion of just how good he is. It's ridiculous. Like I think I'm good at Doom. I've watched the Doom videos. I've seen the people who are incredible at Doom. It's fun to watch, and I know I can't do that. I mean, maybe if I devoted my life to it, I could get close. But that's the thing. He'd be like he would never give you that. What I just said was, if I devoted my life to it, I could get close to that. No. He would be like, well, if I tried, I'd be the best that there ever was.
Champion.
I am
The
currently
champion of
the
all
best.
champions.
I am standing champion. Come
Yeah.
on.
99.9999% of people have never been the best at anything
No,
at all.
almost
haven't.
no one has ever been the best at anything. Almost no one has.
You know what? You're the best at being you.
I was trying to think of something aside from that I've ever been the best at, and I'm coming up empty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
about it.
Almost none of us will ever, almost no one will ever be the best at anything.
I never won an Olympic gold medal in swimming. I was never the best COD player. I was never the most viewed YouTuber. Like all the things that I did that I was, substantially
Even
above
a gold
average
medal
at.
doesn't mean you're the best, frankly, because like some of those guys that they'll win a medal and you could be like, that's the year Russia wasn't allowed to compete, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes. Okay. I was
You know
wondering-
the U.S. boycotted that year, right, Sergey?
Yeah. You see how Igor Sergachev won the one before it and then the 5 after? Yeah. That's yeah, the fucker can row. Or whatever it is.
He arrived at the Olympics by rowboat. What did you think?
It's a Russian psyop. He doesn't know other mediums of transportation exist. They lead him to the boat with blinders on like a horse. They show him pictures of his family that he thinks are still alive.
It's just still alive.
Yeah, it's an impossible thing. There's a lot of us. If we lived in one of those little communities back in the olden times where there's like 40 of us, yeah, fucking Olaf is the best. He's the fastest man in the village.
Yeah.
That's where Wings came from, right? Wings legitimately was the best in the PS2 world, right? The best in his whole school before online play.
Fair enough. That I'll give you.
Yeah.
It's very gracious of you.
And then then he went to YouTube and he was like one of the better YouTubers, and he played so much he was one of the first to get 10th prestige, I think in the leaderboards, and it was like, yeah, but being the best on YouTube doesn't mean you're the best, period.
Yeah, especially not now where there's so many people who have gravitated toward YouTube. It's like whenever I get into any particular game and I start looking for the people who are really good at it, you discover these people who are just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
This like there's a lot of people who just like have no personality, or they're just fucking weirdos that can't stream or can't make videos or whatever, and you'll see those people play and you're like, oh my fucking God, this guy's super autistic. He's incredible.
Do you know
So good.
QuattroAce?
I'm familiar with the name. I'm sure I've seen his videos.
So QuattroAce is a Tarkov player. And for people who don't play Tarkov, it's very important to be strategic and to move carefully. I want to have my red dot aimed on where your head's going to be. And the second you peek me, I poke at it, you die. Like, that's how you play. If I just rush into your line of sight, I'm going to die. Unless I'm QuattroAce, who somehow manages to run and gun like it's Call of Duty, raping fucking everybody. He's Russian. He doesn't. The only English he knows is GG. So he just runs around, bzz, GG, bzz, GG, bzz.
Yeah.
And it's just GG after GG.
At least he's polite.
Yeah, again and again, and he's like, M4, GG. As he just takes things, and he's so good. People like him were the inspiration for my channel. I can't watch him and learn to play. What he's doing only works for like those 1%ers, the way that Floyd Mayweather fought. I think it's him. Anyway, Chuck Liddell fought. Let's do him. I know him. They say, don't fight like Chuck Liddell. Oh my God. Don't put your hands down like this by your waist and just start swinging hooks at everyone. They're going to hit you in the face. But for some reason, it works for Chuck Liddell. What QuattroAce does only works for him. It's amazing to watch. And Yeah, that's why I started my channel. These are techniques that work for you.
I hope that QuattroAce isn't functionally retarded in a few years.
There's
from
no
his,
telling.
His reckless abandon, similar to Chuck Liddell. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. But yeah, anyways, I watch him, and it's just amazing to see what's possible. But it's never going to be strats that work for me.
No, not at all.
I got that way with like the Total War videos, because I would watch those, and it would be both equal parts impressive as shit and frustrating, because the speed and quickness that like for me, I'd be like, and hit this number for this unit and drag that over there and then put this one over there and then he would like be like hotkeying, and somehow like multiple different strategies are happening at the same time, where he's like, I'm going for the hammer and anvil here just in case that fails though, and then inevitably in later matches in that game I'm always like, who's left? Who do I have left? All right, there's like 9 goblins over there. Get over here, buddy. All right, I got some Urukai. I got a troll. I got my general. All right, gather up. He, like, just as I'll be watching, and it's like, oh, dude, this guy, Kyle, remind me of the guy's name who's super fucking good.
Turin.
And you'll be like, man, it looks like he's running low on guys. And he always commentates on the replay. And he'll be like, and things were looking dark, but that's when I remembered I had 4 contingents of elven riding archers I'd forgotten about. And then he'll bring in, like, what amounted to a 20% of his entire army build, and the other guy's like, we're gonna win, and then he just pours over him, and it's like it's like,
do you think he didn't forget? He was just telling a story.
It's like he got engaged in like a battle, like getting really focused, and the strategy didn't pan out like in the middle for him to like send those archers to harass the behind, because it's easy to forget units because there are so many of them.
Okay.
And then like late in the game, he's just like, oh shit. Well, I'm gonna win. I forgot about these guys, so I'm just gonna ride them.
You can get that good.
Gandalf on his white horse showed up, and
so like first-person shooters require this sort of fast twitch, hand-eye coordination stuff.
Quick twitch.
Yeah, but you can get good at that. Like I've played Turin several times, and I always lose, but I hold my own. Like it's not a stomping. Like I'm in one of his videos. He's like, oh. All right, I got him.
I bet when you watched that on the replay and he was like, whoa, you were like doing pretty. Oh, and I got him. Oh, really? He knew he had me right here? I thought I was in a good position.
Yeah. I'm pretty fucking good at Total War. I when I was playing that every day for hours and hours a day. Yeah. That was like right when I got in trouble with the law, and I was like, we're gonna have a little bit of free time.
Also, Kyle, he learns the meta of games. Like he'll do his research and learn how to play it. He doesn't just trial and error it like a lot of people.
Yeah, I always do that. I always try to find whoever's best at a game, and Turin for me. And I watched hours and hours and hours of Turin play, and just learn the meta, like you said, and figure out how to play the fucking game. Warhammer's great. It's an amazing game.
Are you finished with Tarkov?
No, I'm gonna play some more.
Are you still like taking out bitcoins and earning money in it?
Yeah. I pop in there every day and add some fuel, grab a few bitcoins.
I'm mostly taking a break though, pouring it into Doom.
I'm just playing Doom. I'm really enjoying that. It's so fun. I'm waiting for the wipe in Tarkov
as I'm sleeping. That looks like.
Yeah,
did you get the Elite bundle or no?
No, I just got whatever the cheap thing is.
The plain standard.
Yeah, I don't know what the Elite bundle gives you. It probably is some cosmetics or something, but just playing the game, especially if you get a lot of the secrets and such, you end up with so many cosmetics anyway. Really? Like I've got like 6 different suits for my Doom guy. I've got him like wearing the original suit from 1992. So like he's just wearing that green suit with his belly button showing.
One where when you take energy, your guy's face gets bloodied and little health meter at the bottom center.
Yeah. That's how it used to be. Yeah, back in 92 or 93. Yeah, you now you've got
probably
a health
more
bar.
Sophisticated now.
Yeah, you've got a health bar.
Oh, I'm not sure that's bad. I wanted to see 2020 graphics of like
and his
blackened
eyes would be like.
Yeah, like blood's trickling, like moving, right?
He's got a square fucking head.
Before they used to have, I'll make it up, like 6 different images representing the different level of beat up that he is.
Yeah.
Now I want it to be animated, blood dripping across his lip, the guy licking it off, or like, yeah, that would be fun.
You're so hardcore. You're so hardcore in that game. It's so much fun. Like I love like the little tidbits they've added in there where you hear like what I don't know. It's like the spokesman for the demon. She's like, the rumors of the Doomslayer have been greatly exaggerated. He is not invincible. We can do this. Or
Yeah,
like
we can
you're going
do
through this thing where you have to kill like 3 priests or something, and like every level you're getting one of these like demonic priests, and you get to like the second or third, you get to like the second one, and he's just like, you'll never get Bill the priest, and you show him Bill's head. You just toss it on the ground. He's like, ah, shit. And then, well, hang on a minute, maybe we can and just blow his head off. And then you get to the third priest, and the third priest is like, he puts all this shit in front of you, and he's talking mad shit the whole way. He's like, I've created an abomination to stop you. And you kill the abomination, and then 2 more abominations show up, and you kill both of those and like 50 more guys. And the priest is just like, now he's in bargaining mode. He's just like, oh, great slayer, perhaps there is something I can do to aid you in your righteous journey. Maybe I could do this or that. And you just cut his head off. You just cut, like, there's no
So
bargaining.
you don't need
with
any help from anyone because you're basically evil god.
You're a righteous god. You're the same guy who's been in all the games before. And since between like Doom 64, which is like the 3rd game, not Doom 3. It went Doom 1, Doom 2, Doom 64, and then Doom 3, I think. But like you in like Doom 64, you were like, I'm staying in hell. I'm gonna keep fighting. I'm just gonna stay in hell instead of going back to Earth. You just stay in hell to fight. And in this game, they show a little flashback where like they capture you, and they're like, "Sir, we found him fighting demons. We don't know what he is. He's incredibly tough." And your character's just like, rip and tear. And they're like, God damn. Well, all right, let's train him up a little bit more. And they like take you under their wing and like make you virtually godlike. So I don't know. It's a lot of fun. It's a long ass campaign you have to go through. I don't know, 8, 9 missions.
I got inspired both times. Kyle read the beginning,
Seems
like
fun.
hell and the demons have summoned everything they can master, and we just sent you.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it again. It's great. Let's see, Doom Eternal opening.
You are selling copies of this game. I know it.
Where is it? Actually, let's just watch it.
Ooh. All right.
I'm down.
This is going to be one of those things where Kyle's performance is better than the real one, but we'll try.
I don't know. This guy's got a voice on him.
All right.
Yeah, the whole cinematic honestly is fucking cool. Like this is what happens when you first power the game up.
Okay. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Set.
Pretty.
Oh, wait, Taylor, what'd you say?
I'm ready.
Ready, set, play.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Look at the moon. The moon got fucked.
Fall back! No! They're everywhere!
Casualties range in the billions.
Jesus.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempt attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
This
Nearly
is you.
60% of our planet
Yeah.
has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
The music is good.
It's like one of those Halo games.
So good, so good. Like that happens when you start the game, and you're just like, yeah, let's fucking go. You the portal, and then automatic like 50 guys here. You're like you and you and you. It's so fun. It's great. That opening scene, and the whole way through, they're pumping you up like that. And the music, you mentioned the music. The whole like every time you go into like an arena full of enemies, it's like and just, it's great. It's great. They have part of the music is this this choir. They hired like 25 those people who do like the sort of like screamo shit. They are 25 men and 25 women, and they sing as a chorus. And so you're playing, and it's just like oh no, do, and you're just like fuck. This is kind of scary. It's super demonic. It's great.
That seems sick. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna download.
I love this shit. I'm gonna play as soon as we're done here. I'm going back in. I'm going back in.
I might stream Tarkov tonight. We'll see.
I'm
Did you
gonna do
get
some
Shooter Born in
COD streaming
Heaven?
tonight.
Did you do that task?
No, that seemed way too hard and annoying. I wanted no part of that.
I have a plan. So for people that don't know, basically you have to go to like 5 different maps, kill 3 players, which are much harder than AI to kill, by headshot at over 100 meters. And just like the opportunities don't come that often, and they shoot back. So here's the plan. I'm going to spawn in with my giant fucking bright purple backpack. I'm going to drop that backpack about 100 meters from my camping spot as a rat trap. And then when they go to loot it, I'm going to pop them in the head. I will do it all night long until I get the necessary kills.
People in your stream are like, hey, you want to do something? No, you don't have to be here. I'm doing this.
No, I've got ideas. Pastilli was like, you know, when I do this, I like to play I Spy with my little eye. He plays games with the stream. Like, all right.
Yeah, you probably saw where he is up on that scaffolding, up the ramp on
For
interchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking back
right.
at the exit. Yeah,
And-
that's really the best way.
And the rat trap idea, I think, should be fun. We'll see.
Yeah, he does the rat trap occasionally. Yeah, it's really fun.
For me, I don't know that my streams are better when I'm like playing and killing everyone. It might be better if I wait 10 minutes between action and do just chatting. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking forward to it, to playing Call of Duty again. You know,
I think Doom is the one to play.
I want to be able to do it. I'll do Doom. I'll do Doom for sure. It's just like I'm gonna download it as I'm sleeping tonight, and then I can do that. But
so how has
I've already got COD ready.
The quarantine impacted you much? You're working from home, I guess.
Yeah, still like I'm busy most of the day working and doing stuff. So like that really hasn't changed. It's not like I'm lazing around.
Do you miss the office? Like, you know?
No, it is sick being able to wear my pajamas all day. I don't like. I get up. I do not shower. I come in here. I have my work computer and laptop and everything, and I do whatever I got to do, or hop on calls or everything. And that's daily that I'm taking meetings and calls. And then, you know, after work, I'll go work out. You know, usually I could, you know, dip out. I'm at home. So, and I could just go down before the end of before 5 p.m. or anything. Just bring my phone with me to keep tabs on any email, take a call if I need to, then work out. And then like my girlfriend has an essential job. And so she's still out and about most days. And then she comes back. That's why I'm probably going to get this shit.
Your Corona provider.
my Corona provider, effectively. Yeah, but really, I haven't been in it long enough to mind too much. I can see a couple weeks from now getting really bored because I do go out with my friends a lot. We go out, we hang out, we go to bars and events and things, and so yeah, basically I'm like I need some kind of social outlet other than obviously my girlfriend's here, but talking to one person for 12 weeks would not be fun. And I've got you guys who, unironically, I spend more time talking to you guys than so many other people in my life, just from the 5 hours a week or whatever. And so I figured this was a good time to like kick up streaming, a few times a week again, have fun with it and engage with people. So
a lot of people have been complaining about like feeling cooped up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how to say this without being an asshole, but it's like, got this big house. We're kind of practicing social distancing at home, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I got no problem with it. I enjoy it. I don't like people, I don't like to be around them. I don't want to see them. Don't interact with them.
It's
enjoy
perfect for you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I have evolved to succeed in the era of COVID-19.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
I have never worked out this. I don't think I've ever lifted as many days in a row. I think I'm on like 9 or 10 days in a row now without a day off because I just I do feel a little bit of anxiety being inside and knowing that I'm almost out of cream soda and I'm not going to go get any afterward. All my tasty drinks are my snacks, all this and that. And so exercising has been really keeping a level head for me.
Just going to be us and our tasty treats.
It's going to be us and our tasty treats.
Yeah, tell you what, going out today, like I said, definitely it's the first time I've been really outside the house in weeks now, maybe a month, maybe over a month, maybe 6 weeks or something like that I had went somewhere. I haven't been drug tested in almost 2 months or something like that. I think they called
forgot
that shit off. No, yeah. I don't think that. I think that the low risk people like me, they're like, smoke up, bro. Just don't spread the corona.
As long as you're inside. Yeah.
Yeah. So driving today and seeing so many things shut the fuck down. Driving through Atlanta, I had to go quite a distance. There was some sort of federal checkpoint where they had 8 flashing lights and they had people outside in the yard of a closed down. It looked like a closed down I don't know, laser tag facility that didn't have a sign on it anymore. And there's guys all outside with masks. I don't know what they were doing there. And then the hospital was just scary.
Was there traffic?
Not much. I went nearly as much as there should have been.
Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. And maybe 2. Anyway, there were people on the road. Traffic was half normal, and I was shocked. I thought traffic would be I thought it'd be a ghost town, like Wuhan, like this is normal. This is what it looks like now. And it went from a densely populated city like you'd expect New York to be to just empty streets, no cars, 6 people instead of, I can't even count, 1,500 or something, in that little frame. And I went out and I was like, I see that the restaurants are all closed, but by and large,
they've all got signs that say we still do takeout. You can pick it up, trying to stay in business, all the restaurants. When I went to Best Buy today, I was going to go there. And then my girlfriend was like, hey, check online, see if they're even open. So I did. The way you have to buy stuff at Best Buy now, you have to go on their app or online, pick out the stock keeping unit number of whatever the item is that you want on their website, and then plug that in and then buy it. And then you drive up into a drive-through and a Best Buy employee comes out to your car with whatever item it is and a glove on his hand. I was buying a hard drive and he came out with a blue glove, handed it to me, and I just drove away. It was my best Best Buy experience ever.
I'm sure you've seen the people who are intentionally coughing on fruit and stuff and licking ice cream.
Yeah, that one Missouri guy got a fucking felony. Sucks to suck.
I saw a girl.
Hey, we're not against felons here, Taylor. Back off, would you? We are pro-felon.
He got a deserved felony, not a
There was
bullshit
this
one.
ice cream cooler. There was this ice cream cooler, the kind that has sliding glass on top.
Okay,
you can slide in from both sides and reach in. The girl sits on top of it, pulls her jean shorts to the side, and pisses on it. And I mean a big, long piss where she's just and it's gushing. She covers the top of it with piss, right? Then she walks over to the cosmetics and she grabs some lipstick off the thing and opens it up, puts it on. Then she pulls those shorts to the side again and fucks herself with the lipstick, and then
I like this
puts
chick.
it back on the shelf.
Dude, she should be in jail.
They should kill her. They
Yeah.
should just kill her right away. They should shoot her with that Doom shotgun that breaks down with 2 shots.
Oh, this
and
sounds
fire-
kind of hot to me. He's in the water sports.
Dude, that's very low grade terrorism. That's what that is. You know, that's a domestic threat, and I'm on Team Kyle. We need to, you know, put her in stocks in the middle of the public square, and we can throw bullets at her from our guns.
It was awful. It was awful. I couldn't believe it. I just tried to find that woman, and I found a woman pissing on potatoes at a grocery store. This is a completely different woman pissing on
What does this
things.
have to do with Corona? These people might just be into public water sports.
In the midst of one pandemic, we've discovered another. What are women doing out there? Why are they pissing on all of our supplies? You know? We have Tucker Carlson here saying that Saudi Arabia might have the right idea. Yeah, not letting them go out. Yeah,
Maybe Khabib is onto something here.
I knew
Wrap
we'd-
that bitch up in a towel.
You know who's
Finally
not getting
got you on the right
coronavirus?
team.
Khabib's wife.
Mhm.
She's not getting corona.
Everyone's getting it.
Yeah, everybody's.
Everyone's
Ooh.
getting it.
All right.
Taylor's going to get it. He's going to infect Kyle and I over the
I'm
internet.
gonna sneeze through the internet. I'm gonna sneeze into a letter and mail it to both of you. Imagine, I would go to jail. I would be.
It's
in jail
like one of
for
those
such
glitter
a long
bombs
time.
that shoots glitter, but it's just spit.
I'm pretty sure my fire pit takes out your corona. Just drop it. To or from St. Louis, we've got you know the rules, and so do I.
Yeah, I see you threw away my decoy package.
You bet you opened the one that said census 2020, didn't you? Though?
Yes. Guess what? Came all over it. How do you like that? It's not transmissible by
actually
semen.
do like it.
Shit. It's
Well, now you're pregnant.
yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
all right, I
If
can
Taylor
smell
and
my-
I had a baby, there's no telling when this thing hits puberty. It could be anywhere.
crapshoot. Could be 9, could be 19. You know? Or maybe it averages out to average. You know, to normal.
Call it a show.
Yep.
Yeah, I can smell my dinner.
EKN 293.